Did I spook you? I know. It's a spooky time. It's the middle of October, the dead middle, the very center. We are in the thick of it now. That's right. And so I decided it's a great time as ever. I think I said that phrase wrong. It's the perfect time to watch Scary Godmother. Woohoo! Yippee! But I have this year. I have an extra special surprise. We have seen the the Cartoon Network classic, Scary Godmother, for 2 years now. So I decided, let's be a little let's switch it up a little bit, and we'll watch the second movie. Oh boy, I haven't seen the second movie as much as I've seen the first one. I have seen the second one. I just don't remember it as well because I mostly just watched the first one. But the second one is equally as good. The animation did not go up all that much in quality, but you know what? That's what we love it for. You don't go to Scary Godmother for stellar animation quality. No, you go to it for good times and fun, cute characters. That's right. That's right. The Revenge of Jimmy. Dimmy? The Revenge of Jimmy. An all-time classic as well, just as the one before it. And yeah, I have like I remember there being like a little like snack tutorial, and for the first time ever, I actually have all the ingredients for it on hand. So yeah, I wanna give it a try. So it's some like almost like a s'more, except they don't actually like roast the marshmallow. It's interesting. You'll see it when it shows up. Um, so yeah, I'll make that. I'll make that when the moment arises. But yeah, I just wanna like before we start watching, I just wanna have like a little quick little catch up. Yeah. As you can see, I've got go away stream elements. Why do you show up now? That's so weird. It didn't used to show up, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I do that now. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So excuse me. So yeah, I just want to have a quick little catch up since I have been absent. I was taking a bit of a break, taking a little mental health break. So I've been really sad the past couple days. So, I just needed some time to relax a bit. I started playing Style Savvy on my 3DS. It's really cute. It's a lot of fun, but some of the customers, they like make me really mad. Like I'll be doing a character's makeup because you can design like outfits for the characters and like do their hair and do their makeup, and like when you do the makeup, they'll have like a little picture and they'll be like, oh, I want you to make me look like this person. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So like I'll do their makeup and then they're like, actually, I don't like this color of eyeshadow. I was like, well, why didn't you say that? Like, actually, I wanted this color. Like, well, maybe you should have said, actually, I want this color instead, and then I would have done it. But, whatever. It's still fun. And I have a fun time designing little outfits, so yeah. Uh I don't know. I don't know. I've been very hard on myself lately, and my you know me, you know how I am, always comparing myself with everything and everyone, and it's not a healthy thing, but whatever. Yeah, kind of, a little bit, except you only have to take care of one customer at a time, so it's not that bad. and they're a lot nicer. They're a lot nicer than the yokai are. And what else? What else? There was another thing I wanted to talk about. Now I forgot. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You notice I have a couch now. Look at that. Look at that. I got it out specifically for this. I wanted to have like a nice spooky like Halloween blanket too, but this is the closest one I could get. Sorry, VTube Studio is very lacking in Halloween content. I guess I'm gonna have to go out and scrounge up some myself. Oh well, that's okay. At least I can do this. Ah! Who doesn't love the good old spooky eyes? Oh yeah, yeah. So a few days ago, I went back to the mall with the round one, and I had a really good time. Yeah. So I went and I played there for a little while. I played a claw game because lately their claw games, some of them have been having like Snow Miku prizes. And when I say Snow Miku, I don't just mean like regular Snow Miku. They've had like the different variations. Like they had a plushie that was for like 2015. They had one that was 2014. Ah, oh my gosh, you startled me with that donation. Ha ha ha. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sorry, that made me lose my thought of train. Oh no, I hope it's not a magic sleepy couch. Oh yeah. So I played the claw game. I did it one time and I won a 2012 Fat Little Snow Miku plushie. I was so proud of myself. It was literally first try, perfect. I was so proud. Cuz I honestly I suck. If you've seen me play the claw game in Uma Musume, you've seen me play it in real life, except I'm worse. I'm worse in real life. I'm really I have bad luck when it comes to those things. Sometimes, very very rarely, if they're like super easy, I can get them, but most of the time no luck. I've tried like, watching like tutorials and like hacks and stuff on like TikTok, but I don't know. They just never really seem to help. Also, I think that round one has like caught on to some of those hacks. Oh, sorry, that was my phone. Oh wait, no, my desktop sounds are fine. Ah, so yeah, I think that they've caught on to some of those hacks because they have they've upped their security with them. Yeah, I think yeah, Mamabi did win a few like little things, but I was the big winner that day. Cause also that same mall they have like a Build-A-Bear too. So I went to Build-A-Bear because I saw somebody walking around with the Usahana one. I was like, oh, that's out now. So I had to go over and check her out. And I decided, because I was like, you know what, I'm getting paid this week. What the heck, why not? So I got a Usahana Build-A-Bear. It was the first time I've been in a Build-A-Bear since I was like, I don't know, like 12, 13? When was the last My Little Pony Build-A-Bear released? No, seriously, when was the last My Little Pony Build-A-Bear? 2019? Yeah. I haven't been at a Build-A-Bear since 2019. Because the last ones that I got were the My Little Pony ones, and then I never got them again. Because I used to be all about Build-A-Bear, all right, back in the day. So, now I have Usahana one, and it was a little bit awkward. The girl that was like stuffing my Usahana, she was like, I don't know, she was kind of quiet in a, like, kind of a awkward way. It makes me feel like, oh, so that's why people at my workplace don't like me. That's probably how I come off too. Oh no, I try to be friendly. I don't know. I wasn't socialized enough as a puppy, I don't think. Yeah, so it was like it was a little bit awkward, but she was still nice, you know. And I kind of completely forgot the whole process of like doing the whole Build a Bear thing. Yeah, yeah, this is my favorite, and I kind of now want to get like a little outfit commissioned for her. I wanna dress her because like of course they it's Build a Bear. They have like a bunch of outfits there, but I want an outfit for her that's like the one that she wears in Fragaria Memories. She looks so cute in it, but I don't know. That might be kind of hard cuz her pattern, I don't know. She's got kind of a complicated pattern on her dress. It's kind of like a sort of like a Hawaiian pattern. I don't know how to describe it. You'll just have to look it up, but but it's really cute and I would love to have like a little outfit for her like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll make her like a little cane too. I think that would be cute. Yeah. Well, I got yelled at about being too quiet and being too shy at work. So it wouldn't be the first time. The first time I got yelled at, I was like 16. So and it was my first job ever. So I feel like when you're 16 and it's your very first job ever, I feel like you have a bit of a right to be kind of shy. I don't know. That's just me. Unless you're just like an eccentric person, then you'd probably be fine. But that's not me. I'm not very eccentric. So oh well. It is what it is. I'm doing better though. I think. I hope. I don't know, cause now, now that I've been told that, like people don't like me, it gives me like paranoia almost. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope that was I friendly enough to them? They didn't smile back at me. Oh my god, do they hate me? Was I not being friendly enough? Oh my gosh. So Yeah, well, that's why I got fired from my first job. So it was like right during the pandemic, and I got hired to work at this little like tea shop, and like it was my first week ever. I was 16. I wasn't even out of high school, and the lady, and she didn't even like tell me like, oh, we're gonna let you go. Like she told my mom that she was going to let me go, and she had my mom fire me. Like, honestly, I think I dodged a bullet. Because if you number one, if you're gonna fire me, say it to my face. Number two, don't get my mom to do it for you. Like, that's messed up. And number two, if you're gonna fire me for being shy and nervous on like my first or second day of the job, when I'm literally a child, this is my first job ever. I've never had a job prior to this. I don't know. I think you might have too high of expectations. Maybe don't hire 16-year-olds then. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah, it was kind of messed up, but you know what? Put that chapter behind me. It's in the past now. I don't know. It is what it is. Point is, we're doing better now. Yeah. And all right, you know what? Let's see. I think. Oh man, I feel like I've been talking like forever now. Let's go in and watch the movie. It's only about like 46, 45 minutes long. So and we can talk a little more afterwards. I'll give everybody a little more time to like get the movie up as I tell you about the snack and drink of the day. Well, I already told you about my snack, and we'll get into that once we start the movie. But my drink, Mama V was actually inspired from the witch's brew tea that we were talking about. She actually got herself. I I'm not sure if it's the same kind of tea. It I don't know what brand you picked up, but she was like, "Oh, witch's brew tea. That sounds pretty good. I want to try some." So she ordered some online, and now I am drinking some. She said she didn't like it, so this is the only thing I have to drink. So hopefully I like it. If I don't, oh well. You know, I've drank worse things on stream. Nothing. I don't think anything will ever be the brainwash soda. That was. I think that is the worst thing that I've ever drank. I think so. I don't think I. I don't think I've ever drank anything worse. But yeah, hopefully this will taste fine. I didn't add anything to it. I always whenever I have tea for the whenever I have tea for the first time, I like to drink it just you know just as the base. You know, no sugar, no honey, just regular tea. And then if I think it needs it, I usually put honey in. I'm not a fan of artificial sweeteners made by man. You know, I'm a pure honey kind of bee. You know. Yeah. Anyways, okay. Let's get into it. You all know the drill. You can watch this movie right here on our good old platform, youtube.com. Yep, that's right. I'll throw up in my tea. I'll do a countdown. When I say start, we start the movie. All right. 3, 2, 1. Start. Revenge of Jimmy. Starring Scary Godmother. Woo! Queen, love her. And Hannah. I can't believe they left Hannah in the spook house. All the other kids, whatever. And starring Harry. Alright, I'm taking my first sip test. Hopefully it's cooled down a bit. It's not bad. It's kind of like spicy, I think. What the dog doing? Oh, yes. Made him do a bunch of chores. That's right. It's Halloween next year. That. Well, not today, but that's this year. Ah, oh, dang it! I got another hangnail. Ugh. Oh no, it's not like pepper spicy. It's like almost like not cinnamon spicy. I'm trying to think of like the right spice name. Like, like spice spicy, you know? That wasn't that door. She just bats just fly out of doors whenever she closes one. Yeah, usually when I get hangnails, I bite them off. But I'm wearing my Invisalign, which I should probably take out for this snack. I didn't think about that. Oh well. Oh, I like that he's got the pictures of his friends on the wall. That's cute. His eyes are so tiny. Whoa! Whoa! I love that reaction image. Oh my gosh. It flashbanged him! Okay, I feel like that's a little excessive. He's dead! Ah! Dang. That is not the same voice for Daryl. Daryl went through puberty. I think Jimmy has. Do they all have different voice actors this time? Jimmy went through reverse puberty. He sounds younger. Okay, I feel like no clothes. That's disgusting. Does, does he like wash his clothes at least? I feel like if my child has gotten like so paranoid to the point where like he's like setting up traps and like gets rid of all his clothes and everything, I would take him to therapy. I don't know. I like how they styled the room to be like sort of cell shaded. It does not match the main character models, but it's very cute. My gosh, it's like that King of the Hill episode. Hello, welcome. You know, the King of the Hill episode where like the religious ladies like, oh, Halloween is too satanic. We need to cancel Halloween. Cancel it on Twitter.com. Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna get her 3 polygon boots. Her 3 polygon Uggs. Oh no. He's so girly pop. Oh my gosh. Hannah's voice sounds the same. That's true. That's all right. Just let some spiders live in your room. That's what I do. I let spiders live in my bathroom because they eat the mosquitoes, and I don't want any mosquitoes peeping on me while I'm in the shower. It's disgusting. I'm fine with the spiders peeping. They're chill. Mosquitoes are not though. They get way too up in my personal space. I don't like it. See, and even the portal is rainbow. Are you kidding? That is not a coincidence. It cannot be. That's fair. My cat also, he loves to eat spiders. That was such a monster high pun. Autumn chill sounds delicious. Is that a ghost toaster? A ghoster? That is a long baking sheet. Oh, it's like the reverse winter wrap up. Oh, here he comes. I like the cat on the door. That's cute. I have to say, Scary Godmother's got my ideal house. That's true. It's the middle of October. You know what that means. Dang, that's gotta be hard for an animal that can't fly. Meow! Me when I'm a cat. Meow! I love the ghost cat. Do you think the ghost cat eats ghost toast from the ghoster? Oh my gosh, just like my cat! See, that's how I feel when my cat throws up too! Jeez, he's doing up a lot. Just like my cat, oh my gosh! Is my cat a ghost? Nah, he's too big and fat to be a ghost. You could see him coming. Oh my gosh, we get it. Do you think he hates Halloween? This scene is so sad. Oh my gosh. He can't even enjoy his dang spaghetti and meatball. For shame. See, at that point, I would be like, all right, let's get you into counseling, because you are irrationally afraid of this. Ooh, I like scary dust. That's really cute. I like that you can do that. Oh, the skeleton key. Oh, that's cute. That's kind of like what they use in Monster High. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know what? I think the real villains of this story are Jimmy's absentee parents, because they clearly do not care that their son is going through he's going through some trauma. And it's a flip phone. Oh my gosh. No. There's nothing scary about pumpkins. There's nothing inherently scary about pumpkins until you like start carving crazy stuff into them. Then they can be kind of scary, maybe, depending on what you carve into them. Why are his ears turning pointy? I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can mess with time that way. He's got like hair on his ears. Is Jimmy the real monster all along? Oh my gosh. That would make sense. His name is Jimmy Brando after all. Oh, it's the vampires. Old school vampires. I'm gonna eat a marshmallow. Man, you got a lot of weaknesses. Alright. Alright, one down. I don't know if it's official, but I just remember back in the day that was like a thing people would call him. So I accept it as canon. Yo, mama. That's what I'm gonna be. A telemarketer? Out of all the things, you picked telemarketer? I think most holidays are old time. Yeah, the pony trainer. Kimi no Aibaga. That's kind of cute. I like the sketches of that. Prince of Darkness. Oh my gosh, I love that. Call me that, Prince of Darkness. So true. I want to see that. See, I knew it would be camp. The Bone Ranger. You see, this guy. The Prince of Darkness. That would be, yeah. That sounds about right. Oh no, what's he gonna do to the pumpkins? Does he think that's the only place that sells pumpkins anywhere? Like, I don't know where they live, but like where I'm from, there's like everywhere has pumpkins. They got like truckloads of them. They have so many pumpkins. Take that, Halloween. Oh my god, get real. Oh no. Oh my ghoul. I don't think that's true. I think you can have Halloween without jack o' lanterns. I do. I just put pumpkins up. And I get cute little mini pumpkins. I love them. I love mini pumpkins. Oh no. Wait, actually, that's good. It's fall. They're supposed to do that. Oh no. I don't think he can. Oh, oh no, oh no, they took Harry. Oh well, what a shame. No, all the monsters are gone. No, Great Oogity Boogity. I think that's swear word enough. Jack o' lettuce. What about a watermelon? Summer ween it. Like Gravity Falls. Huh. Turnips. That would make sense. I think I would be scared of a turnip if I was an evil spirit. That's very interesting. Oh, look at that. I love Gravity Falls. I used to watch that show all the time when I was a kid. But for some reason, I feel like I'm the only person that I know who like watched it because I'll like make references to it all the time, and people around me won't get it. I'm like, what do you mean you haven't seen Gravity Falls? It's an iconic, classic Disney Channel show. Actually, I think the worst costume is a telemarketer. Why would you pick that? What the heck? Okay, yeah, no, I think Jimmy might actually be a monster. Cause how do you do that? What is he, Little King John? It's too late, Jimmy. Party City is already closed. You can't ruin the costumes. They've already been ruined. I'm just kidding. This is Spirit Halloween. That's okay. In that case, there's no way you're gonna get rid of the Halloween costumes. There's a Spirit Halloween everywhere that there's an empty storefront. See, absentee parents. They don't care that their son is sneaking off to some random place in the middle of the night. They just care that he's gonna be cold. It's kind of cute that he's wearing that. I can't lie. Who puts costumes next to the cheese aisle? Sorry, that's just kind of funny. What if you wanted to dress as a cheese? There you go. You are cheese. You got cheese. You can't just do that. That's like a fire marshal's rule. Well, and there you go. That would be a scary costume, just as cheese. Not our Dubai chocolate labubu matchas. Oh no! What are we gonna do? How do you get the gumballs out? Cute. That was a cute meta joke. They're breaking down her whole house. Dang! Oh my gosh, her nice furniture. Oh my gosh, they're gonna fall into the void. Oh man. Dang! They repoed her whole house! Sus. Oh my gosh, they deleted their whole reality. That's insane. You can't just open other people's mailboxes. Oh my gosh, you're gonna get in trouble. That's equally as gross, I think. All cartoon animals don't wear pants. That's the thing. Except for the very small percentage that do. Here we go. Here we go. It's time. It's time for me to finally try this snack that I have wanted to try for so many years. Here we go. I do like that art style. I got that. I'm not doing that. Alright, done. I'm not doing that. It is a cute art style. Alright. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting a marshmallow in the microwave for no dang 30 seconds. I'm not risking a marshmallow exploding all in my microwave. Alright. So I guess I'm just like regular, not cooked s'moring. Ah! Sorry, I smacked my mic. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna try it. Gonna try it. Mm-hmm. Mm. It tastes like a boring s'more. The spook house! That's true. It's a good thing it's on Monster House. I'm sorry, I keep on bumping my mic. This s'more is too big. Ah! Mm. Maybe I don't think he was suspicious at all saying that. Oh my gosh. So if you care to find me. Oh, she got her dogs out. Oh my god. Yeah, bye. Nobody say anything. Hooray. I get it. I got the joke. Well, they're playing the dance montage on the screen. Move out of the way, I want to see the dance! Why does he look like that? Why is he transforming? These kids are so dramatic. Oh no, they erased the whole day? You can do that? He didn't just stop Halloween, he like skipped over it entirely. Oh my gosh. Bum bum bum. Wait, so her house isn't disappearing? Or the whole reality isn't disappearing? Okay, now it is. It was a lot faster last time, and they didn't even like erase the day. Yo! Ah! That was freaky. Aw, dang. I love that they're censoring it. That's so funny. Hello, welcome. Ugh, me too. Oh, he's so cute and tiny. Nice. Ugh, I want to eat another one of these s'more things, but I don't know if I can. The uncensored version? Whoa. Hey. Hey now. Yeah, bye. I'm not watching it uncensored because I am pure and say so. Ah! He turned into Johnny Test! The prophecy! The prophecy has been fulfilled! Ah! My head! No! 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 He's terrifying. What the heck? Oh, thank God. I know what you are. See, Halloween will always be saved by the true believers. What the heck is this? Why is there like a little piece of marshmallow flesh on my marshmallow? Alright, Elon Musk. Very different. Hmm. She got coronated. Congratulations. Yeah! I want a prize. I want a big prize. I'm not dressing up as Santa Claus on Halloween. Come on now. Why are they floating? Yay! Is it time for the dance montage yet? That's my favorite part. This lad. I want a prize. Booberry? Can they say that? I like the little jack-o'-lantern lanterns. Those are cute. He's so suspicious. Yay! Dance montage time! We got the kids dancing now too. I love it. I love it. I like the cats. Always a big fan of the cats. Look at Jimmy sneaking around. Very cute. Ah! Hippos! Ah! Scandalous! I love the dance montage. Look at it. Look at them all. I love it. Adorable. Love to see it. Oh, right into the coffin. To the coffin table. Get it? That's cute. Hello, welcome. He's always Prince of Darkness in our hearts. Vampire Cowboy? I kind of like that. That I feel like that's a romance novel just waiting to happen. Vampire cowboys. Woo! Do they have vampire horses too? Can horses be vampires? I feel like they wouldn't. Cause like how would they have like the fangs? Aw, so true, so real. Yeah. Aw. Aw, man, you got hit with the cornball for real. Ah. I love that. The more the scarier. I'm gonna use that. Oh my gosh. Who's it gonna be? It's him! He won! Yeah! Congratulations. He really did a banger with the costume. See, that's terrifying. That's a great costume. I love how he like stretches the frame open. That's what happens when my cat walks in my room. You got the wrong holiday, bestie. Oh, that's a good one. Haha. Yay! That's true. He did somehow grow hair on the tips of his ears. Oh, she cleaned him up. Got that spaghetti sauce off his face. Yay! Yeah, smash that pumpkin. You need help throwing something on the ground? That's kind of embarrassing. Yay! Actual candy! Not boring s'mores. Yay! Oh, he has your three sizes too big. Oh, what a way to end it. Love to see it. I always enjoy it. I love it. I'm so sad they never made any more of these. That's okay. You know what? You know what? It's probably for the best that it didn't overstay its welcome. I would love to see like a reanimated thing for this movie. But that's the end! Yay! It would be really cool. I'm sure there might be one. Reanimated. Is there one? No. Somebody should totally get on that then. See, having like a reanimated of the timeless classic scary Godmother, I think that would be perfect match. All right, let me turn on some music. Ba, 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 ba. All right. So, yeah. Let me continue with my little story. Yeah. Well, like have a reanimated like have it be like a multi-animator project where like it's the same audio and everything. It's just you have like different people animating each scene. I think that would be really cool. I love seeing stuff like that. Like I really like the oh gosh, what is it? The Rhythm Heaven reanimated. That was really cute. And I also like the Zelda, the CDI Zeldas. It was it's always so cool seeing like a bunch of artists get together to make like a cool little project like that. I love seeing people's creativity with it and like different because they always have like different like styles and mediums of animation. It's so cool. I'm just an animation fan. What can I say? Yeah, so I'm starting to get a little bit better, mentally. But it was a nice time, going out to the mall and winning some fun prizes. And I really wish that I had gone in cosplay on. Excuse me. Sorry. I was debating about cosplaying that day, but I ended up not doing it because I was lazy. I was too lazy to like go and like get dressed up and stuff, and now I wish that I had. Thank you. I wish that I had because like so I was walking back from the Build-A-Bear, and I saw two people cosplaying like Genshin characters, and I don't know what characters they were. I don't play Genshin. I know maybe like 3 characters. And then I saw 2 Vocaloid cosplayers, and they were both pretty good. Like I said, I don't really know Genshin characters, so I can't tell you like how accurate their cosplays were, but they looked nice. I was like, man, I knew I should have cosplayed. 'Cause I was debating trying on my Harurara cosplay. But the last time I wore it, I was fighting with the ribbon. I don't know. It's surprisingly hard to tie her ribbon, cause like you have to put it the way that she wears it. It like goes underneath her little like hair vents. That's what I call them. So like it goes over her bangs and then under her like hair bent things, and then like back around over top of her hair. So it's hard to tie. Yeah, I know. The only Genshin characters I know are Paimon, Venti, because of course I know the femboy. And do I know any other ones? I know there's a character called Xiao. I think I know which one he is. I'm not sure. All the other ones, like if you would like put like a picture of a Genshin character in front of me, I would be able to be like, oh yeah, they're from Genshin Impact. But if you ask me like what's their name, I'd be like, I don't know. Or like if you put like a character's name. Oh, that's true. I know. Furina. I think is that her name? The girl with like the white hair and the blue outfit. I know her, but I know her because somebody at my work has like a pen with her on it. So that's that's the only reason I know her. Because I know she's on that pen that we have at work. Like, yeah, so like if you could like give me like a name of one of the characters, and I'd probably be like, oh yeah, I know that's like the name of a character in Genshin. But then if you like ask me like, oh, which one, like if you gave me like a lineup, I would be like, I don't know who it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. The only characters that I know, like, kind of good the names of are like the Zenless Zone Zero ones, because they have like normal Western names. And I'm not saying that they're normal because they're Western. I'm saying they're normal because they're like regular boring names. Like I know the Jane Doe girl. Actually, I think that's it, actually. I take it back. I actually don't know any of the Zenless Zone Zero characters. I only know that one. And I don't know any Honkai characters, so that is the extent of my my Hoyo knowledge. Oh, and I know Alloy. I don't know, would you count Alloy? Cuz she's from Horizon. So I don't know if you would count her. Yeah, I know that there's the Shark Maker. I'm not sure. Isn't her name like Billy something? Like Billy Jane or something like that. I know there's like a Billy in it. Billie Eilish, that's her. Billy Sharkless? I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the games are about. I just know like the character. I just know they have nice character designs. That's it. That's all I know. Oh, thank you so much for the donations. You guys are so nice. Yeah, it's hard. I have such a bad time with that. It sucks. Ellen Joe, that's what it is. Billie Eyelash. Thank you for looking that up. I did not remember. I don't know these characters' names. I mean, I will be cosplaying in public soon, because I have been tasked once again. I think I told you all this. I've been tasked once again with handing out candy to the children at the place that I work at, which I'm not totally looking forward to, but you know, I'm sure it'll be fine. As long as it's not like last year, where like afterwards when I went to go have dinner with my family, there was like, we went out. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, so last year for that event, yes, I am still gonna be Urara. Last year I dressed up as Miku, and you know, afterwards we went to this conveyor belt sushi place, and so like, you know, we sat down. For some reason, there was like no sushi on the conveyor belt, and it wasn't even that busy in there. So like, I don't know, maybe they were just like they were just short staffed for that night, which I don't know why you would like, you know, not schedule people to work on that night when, like, you know, there's an event happening like right next door. Whatever. Point is, there was no sushi on the belt, so we were all just kind of like sitting there, and then this group, I think it was like parents and then like two little girls sits at the table across, like on the other side of the conveyor belt from us, and they go, "Look, it's the Miku girl! It's her! It's the Miku girl!" I'm like, oh my god. Please, I just want to eat some food. I'm hungry. Like, I'm not a celebrity. That's happened to me before when I've cosplayed Miku in public. Like, I was hanging out with a friend. I think it was either Miku Day or it was like Miku's birthday. I can't remember which one it was. But like, I was hanging out with my friend, and we were walking around, and like these two like little middle school girls came up to me, and they were like, Oh my gosh, Miku, I love your song so much. You're the best. I'm like, okay. Like I didn't know what to say to that because I'm not actually Miku. I'm just some lady. I'm just some me girl. Yeah, no, celebrity life is tough. And that's why I'm glad I was telling my coworker, I'm like, I'm glad that I'm going with something that's like a little more obscure to children. I hope. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how big Uma Musume is with like children in the West. I don't know. And I was like, thank God I'm doing that and I'm not like cosplaying like the K-pop Demon Hunter girls. 'Cause, oh my God, if I was doing that, they would be all over me. No matter which girl, they would be all over me. Honestly, I think the only one that I could pull off would be like Zoe. I feel like my features resemble hers like the closest. Yeah, you know, some of the kids knew who I was, and they were very happy and excited to see me, and then some of them didn't know. I remember there was one kid that was like afraid of me, and the mom said, "Oh, he's afraid because you're wearing a wig." I'm like, really? So that's kind of funny. That's probably gonna be something that like once that kid gets older, their parents will like tease them about. They'll be like, "Remember when you were little and you were afraid of people with like long wigs?" That's what my parents would do. My parents do that. My parents do that. Period. They're like, "Remember when you were little and you were scared of this thing and this thing?" And like, yeah. I remember. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And also at the same time, not really. At least this year I don't have to buy the candy. Cause I had to buy the candy last year and I was kind of like freaking out about it cuz you know, it was like 3 days before Halloween, so we were like, "Oh crap, where are we going to get candy 3 days before Halloween?" Thankfully, you know, there was a store that still had like a huge amount of candy. They probably get hella discounts after Halloween. Yeah, we ended up we got like 10 bags. 10 bags of like 60 some candy. Or maybe probably not even that. It was probably like 80 something pieces. And we ran out of all but one bag. We had one singular bag left over. Hello, welcome. So, you know, hopefully lightning will strike twice because we have an event happening like the next day. Or not the next day. We have an event happening on Halloween. And we said in our flyer that we would have candy, so hopefully we'll have candy. Hopefully we won't have to like go out and buy some. Ugh, I hope not. You could get a Dubai chocolate Labubu. Oh my gosh, so exciting. Not really. That's a lie. But we are having like an event where like you can win a Labubu or like a $10 gift card, something like that. I don't know. I didn't really look at the flyer. I just know that it's happening. Yeah, no, right? Exactly. I know last year even, so like the store that's like next to us or like across from us sort of, they like one of their guys came over to me, you know, when I was handing out candy. He just like grabbed like a handful of our candy. I'm like, "Oh," he was like, "We ran out of candy." I was like, okay. Like, I didn't know how to react to that. And then afterwards, there was this lady who like came up to me and she was like, "Do you know what time that store closes?" I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "Well, they're supposed to be working on this item for me. Do you know where the person who works there is?" I'm like, "I don't know. I think they might be on break." And she was like, "They can't be on break." Hold on, sorry, my camera disconnected. That's weird. Okay. She was like, they're not supposed to be on break. They're supposed to be working on my thing. I'm like, I don't work there. Why are you yelling at me? I don't work there. I don't know what their schedule is. I work here. I do not work there. I get asked about that store all the time, and it's so annoying. It's like, why are you asking me? Like, I would know. I don't work there. Think just because we're in like the same place means that I know the hours of every single store in that area? No. I don't know. It's just Karen things. Well, like that's fine, you know. I'm not like super particular about like the kids, you know, grabbing big handfuls. A lot of times the parents will be like, "No, only get like one or two." And you know, that's nice. I appreciate that cuz like the event, like I said, we ran out of all but one bag. So, you know, there's a lot of kids that go to that come up for this event. And so like it's like a thing. It's kind of like, oh sorry, hiccup. It's kind of like a trunk or treat thing, you know, for like, you know, for families that like they don't like, maybe they don't live in a good safe area, or they just live in an area where there's not a lot of houses around, you know, so they can't like trick or treat, you know. It's like that sort of thing. And yeah, you know, it's just a nice little like community thing. But there's a lot of kids that come up for it, so you know, I'm like, you know, it's good that the parents are there to be like, you know, only take a couple, you know, save some for other kids. I think that's a good thing to, you know, teach your kids not to be greedy about the Halloween candy. Oh, the most impressive costume. There was a kid who, alright, I might be a little bit biased because this kid is my favorite customer. They come up to our store pretty frequently, but she dressed up as a Furby. Like she had like a full like mascot suit. It was really cute. And she and her mom, they come up all the time, and I love her because she reminds me so much of myself when I was a kid, because she's like super into Vocaloid and stuff and like magical girls. I'm like, that was me. That was me when I was little. I was like, oh my gosh, I see so much of that. I see so much of myself in that kid, and I love it. It makes me glad, especially because like, you know, it's become a lot easier, you know, to get like anime stuff. I remember when I was around her age, going to Hot Topic for the first time and seeing the few Vocaloid t-shirts and stuff they had there. That was mind-blowing for me. I was so stoked to see it. I still have the very first Vocaloid t-shirt that I bought from Hot Topic. It's the greatest t-shirt I think that I might own. It's like Abbey Road, but instead of the Beatles, the lame boring Beatles that have done nothing for music, they have the goats of the character vocals, the 4 Krypton character vocals, you know, Miku, Rin, and Len, and Luca. So yeah, it might just be the best shirt that I own. Maybe, possibly. Maybe I would love to, but unfortunately I haven't like seen them that much lately. Like I used to see them all the time, like before I left for Japan, and now like they only come in like every so often. But I would love to I would love to have somebody to pass on all of my vocal synth wisdom. It's so lame. Yeah, unfortunately though, the shirt is very old and it has like a hole in it, so I kind of want to like redraw it and make a new shirt. I think that would be cool. That would be the dream. Yeah. It's like I said, that's the best shirt that I've ever owned, hands down. Very, very iconic. I think that would probably be the shirt that I would wear at like Magical Mirai or something. If slash when I ever go. Hoping, crossing my fingers and praying, 2027, it'll be my year. I hope. I don't know how I'm gonna handle traveling though. That's the thing. That's the thing that's like, you know, I'm kind of worried about. If I were to go to Magical Mirai, is like, you know, I don't know. Number one, I would have to get lucky enough to like win tickets from the raffle, because that's the only way you can get tickets if you're a foreigner. And then number two, more than likely, I would be traveling alone. And like one time my uncle asked if I would like to come out to, because he used to live in Florida. He asked if I wanted to like come out to Florida by myself and like stay for a little while, and I was like, no, I can't travel by myself, I'm too scared. So like, you know, traveling to Florida by myself, where there's family who will look out for me, like that was too scary for me. Going to the opposite side of the planet by myself in a foreign country with a language that I only slightly have a grasp on, where I know absolutely nobody. Yeah, that's kind of scary. That's kind of worse. So like, I don't know, maybe my future self will be a lot better and more independent and will have more of a hold on her life. I kind of doubt that, but you never know. Like, I would love to have. Wait, I can turn off the timer. I just realized. Like, you know, I don't think. I don't think that I will have any friends. Really, that sounds really sad out of context. I don't think I'll have any friends who will be like willing and interested and have the money to buy Magical Mirai tickets and travel to Japan. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that maybe 2027 BBB will be a little bit better at Japanese than 2024 and or 2025 BBB. So, you know, at least I now have the experience of the last time I went to Japan. So like, you know, I'll have that frame of reference if slash when I do go. So that, you know, I can at least get through customs. Because if I can get through customs, I think I'll be okay. Thankfully there's a lot of people in like at customs who speak English. And like it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. They just kind of, you know, they just kind of have you, like, you know, you go into a line, they check you in, they like do fingerprints, they take your picture, and then they're like, okay, you can go. And then, you know, you go up to the officer there, and they check your bags, they check your passport, and then you're like, okay, you can go. And then that's that. Easy peasy. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is it's very expensive, and all of my friends are like broke college students, or at least all my friends that are like fans of Vocaloid are broke college students. So like, you know, I don't know if they have it in their budget to drop like all that money to go on a trip to Japan for like, I don't even know how many days we would go. It's like I asked, there's a person that I follow on Instagram that like goes to Magical Mirai almost every year, And so like they had like a ask me anything sort of thing, and I think they said that they usually stay in Japan for like 5 days after the concert. So like, I don't know. That's true, yeah. I know, I probably gotta save up my money too. Ah! I don't know, I think I've been pretty good, I think, at saving my money. You know, that's why I'm a hikikomori, you know? So I don't have to I don't get hurt or sick or injured, and I don't have to pay medical bills. See, genius. Stay inside, never ever leave your house. Words of wisdom. Ugh. But yeah, it would be a total dream to get to go to Magical Mirai for Miku's 20th anniversary. Cause I know they are gonna have some crazy merch there too. And I know that concert set list better be crazy too. Oh, they played Shoujo A at this year's concert. I was like, oh my god, it's so good. And they played Mesmerizer, which is crazy. It's crazy to see how popular Teto has gotten. It's like she was pretty popular in the scene before, now it's crazy. Now she's like the second coming of Miku. It's bonkers stuff. Yeah, I think I might have enough money in my savings now that I could possibly, probably not like, I probably couldn't afford to stay like super long, but you know, I think I could, if I stay within my budgets, you know, for the next 2 years, I think I could possibly afford to stay for like at least 3 days. Yeah, that's true. Me too. I know me and Malavi were talking about going back to Japan because she's been saying that she wants to go back for like her birthday. And Mama V's birthday is in March, so I was like, it's like early in March, so I was like, oh, maybe if we go like early enough in March, we can like go to the Hololive Expo, and we can like go to one of their concerts or something. Mama V's she's not super into Hololive. She does watch Holostars a little bit. She's not like super into Hololive like I am. She's not crazy about VTubers. I'm pretty much the only one that she like watches on a regular basis. That's just because I'm her daughter and she loves me. Oh, that's nice. You see, I wish that I had a friend that lived over there. It would make buying figures so much easier. Sorry, I don't know why my camera keeps disconnecting. That's so weird. Why does it keep doing that? Yeah. Like it would be really nice. And there's no way I'm like making friends with somebody over there. I am way too shy to do that. I would love to, but you know, I don't have the confidence in myself. I have a hard time making friends here. What makes you think that I'm gonna make friends with somebody in a foreign country where I only somewhat know the language? Yeah, I know. I would really like to go back and, you know, we did get to see like a lot of temples, but you know, the problem with like the tour group thing is that, you know, it's very like, it's very rushed. And I know there's a lot of stuff, because like, you know, of course now that I've come back from Japan, like I get a bunch of TikToks and like YouTube videos and stuff of like all these cool places in Japan that I didn't get to see because I didn't have time to stay. Like there's a lot of stuff in like Harajuku that I just totally missed. And I was like, oh man, I can't believe that I did not go here. So, you know, oh well. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Malaysia sounds nice, but every time I hear people talk about it, it's always they always just talk about how hot it is in the summer. Which I think that's the case for most places these days. It's always hot in the summer, no matter where you go. Oh, go to Kamakura. That's where Elusive Samurai takes place. Go see the grave of my boy Tokiyuki. I love him. Even though he might not have been a cute anime boy in real life, but you know what? That's okay. He's a cute anime boy in my heart. Yeah, you hear about how hot it is in like Southeast Asia all the time. I do not envy them. And like you hear a lot about it lately with like the UK now, about people saying that like, oh god, it's so hot here, and it's like 70 degrees. It makes us Americans be like, that's hot. But like I get it, cause you know their houses, they don't really have like air conditioning, you know, the way that we do. So you know I could see, and plus they're usually used to like a much colder climate. So you know I could see it. I get it. He was not a pervert priest. He is just very eccentric. That's it. He was very say so towards the kids. He was just very eccentric and throwing them off cliffs sometimes. You know what? It's okay. Huh. That's very crazy. I'm glad that I do not live in the UK. I live in a place that is not great either, but you know what? At least we can open our windows. You know, that's just the thing. You know, there's no such thing as a perfect country. Even Japan. You know, recently I've been seeing stuff about like how their new prime minister is very like anti-foreigner and this and that, and like you know that probably really sucks for a lot of the people living there. You know, who like they rely on the business of foreigners. And like you know, I feel like especially in Japan, people kind of gloss over the bad parts of that country, especially. So you know, it's good to you know keep in mind that not everywhere is perfect. Yeah, that's I've heard about that. I think I experienced like a little bit of that. You know, like you definitely it definitely like when you sit down in like a train station, like you know you go and sit down in the trains, and then the person that was sitting next to you gets up and leaves, and it's just one of those things that kind of makes you go, huh, well. Like I mean, you know, there's something you can do about it. You know, that's just the way that they are. Unfortunately, not everybody there is as accepting, and you know it's unfortunate, but unfortunately that's just the way that their society works. Yeah. Yeah, there's no such thing as a perfect country. Every country has its problems. I think that's just always going to be the way things are, is that you know everywhere there's never going to be any place that's like absolutely perfect, has absolutely no problems, because you know that's just not the way that people's brains work. There's always something bad is going to happen one way or another, and you know you just have to do the best you can. Yeah. The guys you see, I haven't heard of that, but yeah, that makes sense. Also, hello, welcome. I kind of got yelled at once. Not for anything serious. Like I wasn't like horsing around or anything. Like me and Mama V, we wanted to eat at like a restaurant, but we weren't really sure like how they ran things there. So one of the people working there, he like kind of yelled at us. He was like, "You write your name down here and you put the time, and then we'll call you." I'm like, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I've never been here before. I'm sorry. I don't know why you're yelling at me. I just wanted to eat. And then we got the gaijin seat again. Yeah, exactly. People aren't always going to agree. Everybody's different, and sometimes you're gonna butt heads. That's just the way it is being a person. That's just how everything works. If there were no problems, then everybody would just be a hive mind, and we would all just think the same thing, and then that would be peaceful. But then if you're a hive mind, then you remove all the stuff that makes people, and that's not fun. That's not cool. So yeah, that's just life has its ups and downs. What can you do? You gotta work to be the change you want to see in the world. Yep. Ugh. That being said, I do want to go back to Japan. Though I'm very scared now because I've heard, well, I shouldn't say very scared, but like I am more weary now because I've heard that there's been a rise in like misogyny there too, with like the butsukuri otoko, the guys who will purposefully like run into women and like knock them over with their shoulders just cause. Like, I'm a bit nervous about that. I am very, very small, and I am very much a foreigner, so I feel like I would be like the perfect target for one of those kinds of people. And I've been hearing stories about it like all the time, and like it's become such a common occurrence now that I guess there's like they have like signs now and like like train stations to be like, please report any like butsukuri otoko. So like I don't know how well their police are cracking down on it. I hope they're cracking down on it. I hope, but like it seems like one of those things where it's hard to like it's hard to pin on somebody. It's like if nobody sees it and the guy like runs away so fast, like it's kind of your word against theirs, so it sucks. Yeah, that's kind of the reason why I don't think I would. Well, it's one of the reasons why I don't think I would ever want to like move to Japan. It's 'cause, like it's great and all, but I don't really like the way that they treat women there, and I don't really want to experience the sort of bad things that the women there have to experience. So, I think I'll take the less misogynistic society over here. Yeah, I really hope so. I really hope that there starts a movement of women like fighting back against that sort of thing. I hope that women will take these experiences. Japanese women, they'll take these experiences and they'll start like going to the gym, buffing up their shoulders so they can just boom, knock the guy right back over. He tries to like run and like knock a girl over, and her shoulders are like it's like running into a brick wall. And the guy like falls over from like an unstoppable object meets an immovable force. You just boom! Ah! Yeah, a vacation home, that does sound nice. That does sound nice. You can like go over there and like in like the fall or like the spring. Yeah, that would be nice. Sorry. hiccup. Ugh. That would be nice. Oh, I've seen those muscle cafes. I never went to any like concept cafes or anything when I was in Japan. I saw them a bunch, but like I feel like I would be too awkward there. Like I don't like it makes me feel awkward, like, you know, having to tell people what to do. Like I couldn't do a maid cafe because I would feel awkward, like, you know, when they call you like master or something. Like, oh, you could just call me customer. It's fine. I don't need you to do all that. I'm just a person. or like the like Butler Cafe, that's the same thing. Oh god, I've seen like a yaoi cafe. I could never go into one of those places. No, that is way too awkward for me. You know, I'm a yaoi fan, but like I could not. No, I could not sit there and watch two random dudes do whatever it is they do there. No, that's that's a little too much. That's a little too awkward for me. Sorry. I would get so embarrassed. No, I don't think so. Not that I could tell they didn't. Or if they did, I did not get those tendencies. Thank God. So I just feel so awkward. Like I don't wanna tell you what to do. I'm just too submissive and agreeable. Like I can't tell other people what to do. Oh yeah, I would love that sort of cafe. I can get behind. I'm fine with going to like themed cafes, or like I would be all right with going to a cat cafe, or you know, one of those animal cafes, provided that they like treat the animals right. Because I know some animal cafes, they are not very kind to their animals, which is very sad. But you know, that's not every place, you know. Like I've seen about like the fox cafes where they just like they kind of just let the foxes like run around the whole area, and they like get into fights a lot, and like that's kind of sad. I know there was one when I was in Japan. There was an Ensemble Stars cafe I really wanted to go to, but they rejected me, so I didn't get to go. I think it was because it's not fair. Their website, it was not fair, because they on the website it told me to like put my name in like kana and in kanji, but my name doesn't go into kanji. Well, my name goes into kanji, but my name does not. Well, actually, that's not even true. BBB does not translate into kanji. It is three of the same syllable. There's no kanji for that. So I was like, I don't know. What do I do? So I just wrote it in English because like I didn't know what else to do. Like I can put my name into kana just fine. You know, that's I can put it in hiragana. I can put it in katakana. Easy peasy. I can't put my name into kanji. And my name just doesn't go into kanji. Physically, it cannot. Or physically is not the word. What would be the better word for it? Phonically? I don't know. The point is, it can't go into kanji. Yeah, but you can't. They say you can't put a fake name because that's gonna be the name that they say. You know, when you go to the cafe, so like I feel like if I put a very Japanese name and they like call out the name and they like get a foreigner, they're gonna be like, "Are you sure this is you?" Well, I'm gonna need some ID. I'm gonna need to see your ID before you go to an Ensemble Stars cafe. Okay. Phonetically translate. Yeah, yeah. Translate is probably the best word for that. Yeah, there's no possible way for my name to translate into, for my not Japanese name to translate into Japanese kanji. It just can't be done. So I was like, I don't know what they want me to put there. Their website was very foreigner unfriendly, and that's probably the point. Oh well, you know what? Whatever. I'm not even like that super into ensemble starts anyways. I like it, but you know, it's whatever. I'll live. Yeah, that's true. That's, you know what, for ensemble stars, that's probably, you probably do. Crazy shenanigans happen in that game. Yeah, I don't know. It said kanji on there, so I didn't know what to do. So I was like, well, I'll just put my name in, you know, regular English. That's the kanji of my language, so, you know, whatever. And I didn't get picked, so it's fine. It is what it is. Ugh. I had to cancel it twice. Okay, listen. I got a legit review. Even outside of the whole not being able to like enter your name if you're a foreigner, their website needs work. Okay, even besides that, they need work because I scheduled the day to be like, I don't know, let's say, oh god, what day did we come back? Let's just say I scheduled the day to be a Friday. Okay? We planned it out. We said, okay, if we're able to, we'll go to this cafe on Friday. So, when I went to their website, I put in the date, Friday the whatever. Oh, sorry, my phone disconnected again. God, why? I'm trying to have a conversation. Okay, so Friday the whatever. That's what date that I put in. So when I hit okay, it said, "All right, you are scheduled for Monday the whatever." I'm like, I did not put Monday. What the heck happened? And like I thought it was me. I thought it was my fault. I was like, no way. I swear I put in the right date. Because already their calendar was like kind of weird. I can't remember exactly, but it was just, there was just something was not right about it. Their calendar seemed kind of off on my phone, and I was by the way, I was doing this all on my phone at first. So I went back and I had to cancel my request, and so I tried again. The same thing happened. I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I literally know that I picked Friday. I went over it twice. It said Friday the whatever. So why did it put me for Monday? So I went on my computer and I canceled it again, and I went back still on my computer. And I put in, I went to the calendar. Their calendar was 3 days off. That's why it put me on Monday. Because when I hit Friday the whatever, for some reason on their calendar, they scheduled the day that was Friday on Monday. It was the wrong day. Friday the whatever was not Monday the whatever. So I had to schedule it for like Tuesday the whatever, so that it would end up on Friday actually. And I was like, you need to fix your calendar. Cuz that's so dumb. How does that even happen? How is your calendar? Cuz it was the calendar for 2024. Like it wasn't like, you know, they had like the calendar for 2023. No, it was 2024. It's just for some reason, somehow, the days were 3 days off. So like let's say Friday was like the 30th. So I had to schedule. I had to. Ooh, that was a weird voice crack. I had to schedule it on like the 27th for it to be on the 30th. I don't know. I don't know if that's a Japanese thing. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure Japan uses the same lunar calendar as literally the entire rest of the world. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know how you get a glitch like that, but they did. So, you know, honest, genuine review, completely outside on, well, actually, on top of not being very foreigner friendly. Your calendar's broken. You guys need to fix this. Like, come on now. I don't know if they fixed it or not. I'm not going to Japan anytime soon, so like, I don't know. Websites being made with the AI, I don't know. That makes that sounds like something that would be happening nowadays. Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends. I mean, like, if you're using like AI to like write the whole thing, like, you know, that you probably shouldn't do that. But if it's just like you're using AI to like build the website and then like from that like construct, why does my phone keep on disconnecting? From that block, you like you construct from that. I think that's fine. But yeah, if you're running a business and you're making a website for that business, you probably should write about what your business does yourself, you know? Like, you know, making your own like website and everything, it's tough. Like, even with like you know, like Wix or Squarespace or GoDaddy or what have you, you only have like so many options for like what you can do with it. So, you know, I don't really understand you know, what all goes into like the coding and whatnot. So like, if you're using AI to like just like as ground base for how the website is going to be structured, like, I feel like that's, you know, kind of whatever. But, you know, you probably should you probably shouldn't let it like write your entire website, you know, just because like, you never know like what mistakes are going to be like put into it. You could be like a baker, and, you know, it says that you could be like a gluten-free baker, and it says that this thing has gluten in it, and you'd be like, no, it doesn't, it's gluten-free, you know. Like, you don't, silly stuff like that, or you know, just whatever. Point is, if it's your product, you should have full control over what is said about it on your website. You know, that's just my opinion. And like, you know, I just to make our website, I just used like GoDaddy. You know, and I put together stuff from their templates, and yeah. Though when I made the website all the way back in ye olden days of 2020, you know, there was no AI option at all. So, you know, I don't really know what all AI does for your websites these days. I don't know. Crazy times we're coming to. And I've seen that Sora AI stuff too. I do not like that. I remember seeing, oh my gosh, this made me really sad. I remember seeing like people on like TikTok talking about this Sora's, so first the post that I saw, it was talking about how, like, you know, Sora's coming in and it can like create its own anime, and that's not a good thing, which correct. Correct, that's not a good thing. And then somebody in the comments was like, well, yeah, but think about how fast it can make anime now and how many stories it can adapt so easily, and you won't have to wait super long for it to come out. It's like, but that's not the point, you know? That's not the point. We should want the stories that we love and care about to have like time and thought and effort put into them, and not just have it like instantly be generated. Those are the kinds of people with that sort of mentality. You can tell that they don't see anime as, or just like animation period, they don't see it as an art form. They see it just as hype moments and aura. That's it. They just see it as like pretty colors on the TV that they can go, oh, pretty. You know, they don't really, exactly. They don't see the passion for it. You know, they don't think any deeper past the pretty colors in animation that they see on the surface. They don't have like any like introspection, or like they don't try to like see the deeper themes or anything. They just want the hype moments and aura. And that makes me really sad. That makes me really sad, because you know, I love stories. I love, you know, the creativity of people. Yes, I love hype moments and aura. Those are great. But you know, if all you're watching shows for is hype moments and aura, you're basically just watching baby sensory videos. You don't want anime. You want baby sensory videos. But they don't call it baby sensory videos. Like just go put on those like dancing fruits on the screen for 2 hours. That's all you need. If you don't care about the story, then don't watch it. Just like go on like TikTok and watch like edits. It's so embarrassing. I hate how bad media literacy has gotten. I hate it so much. And I really hate how you can't like touch on like deep and like dark subjects without having people being like, oh, this thing is actually bad. Like, yeah, of course it's obviously bad. It's not a good thing. Ah, drives me crazy. Like all the people who were like complaining about like the first episode of Dan Dan Dan. And they're like, oh, this is actually really gross and a bad thing, and sexual assault is not good. Like, yeah, duh, that's why the bad guys are doing it, because it's not good, and it shouldn't happen, and it's scary, and it's bad. Oh my god. Baby's first time watching anything. It makes me think, oh my gosh, I saw a video where it was like, oh gosh, what movie was it? What movie? It was, I can't remember. I think it was like The Godfather or something. Was it? No, it wasn't The Godfather. I think there was one that was like American Psycho, I think, and they had like, yeah, it was American Psycho, and they the scene where he like chops the guy up with the axe. It like had that scene, but it was like, you know, the people who are media illiterate were to watch American Psycho, and they had like a little smiley face indicator of like, you know, that like. It was like, you know, you have to have like a little thing to tell the audience how to feel. And so like when he like got the axe, it had like it started like going off with like sirens, like, this is bad, this is a bad thing, do not do this in real life. It's like, oh my god, it's so true. Some people are genuinely like that, and that's so embarrassing. Ugh. Like, you know, it's fine if, like, you know, like, back to the Dan 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 thing, if you're like, you know, oh, I don't like this sort of scene, it makes me very uncomfortable, so I don't want to watch that scene. That's fine. You know, you're entitled to watch or not watch whatever you want. But, you know, to sit there and be like, this person, the creator obviously supports this bad thing because they had it in their work of fiction. No! Some people, some works of fiction do that. Some, but not all. That doesn't mean that every time there's like a bad or like a scary thing that happens, that means that the creator is in support of said bad thing. No, it doesn't. Ugh, it just drives me crazy. Like, why do you don't need to be told how to think or feel when you watch or read or listen to something. You just gotta feel. Ugh. It's crazy. It's crazy. It hurts my brain. It hurts my brain just how many people do not understand that. It's like the whole bean soup thing. I don't know how many of you guys know about the bean soup incident. So basically there was this lady on TikTok who like posted a recipe of bean soup. And so then there were like a bunch of comments that was like, this is really good, but what if I don't like beans? And the creator was like, then don't make it. And then they would reply with like, but I want to make it, but I don't like beans, so what do I do? It's like, you don't make the soup! You don't make bean soup if you don't like beans! It's so dumb! Oh! Yes, I agree. Oh my gosh. It's like, I get, from what I've been told, I don't know, I have not been into a school in years and years, but I do remember, I think I was one of the last, like, I might have been one of the last, like, school periods that was taught, like, media literacy and, you know, internet literacy, because, like, I remember having, like, a whole internet-centered class that was just teaching us about, you know, not to believe and like fact check things that we would see on the internet. And I don't think that they have that anymore, because every day now you're seeing like things from like kids on like Roblox, you know, getting scammed, and then they put their like real life name and address on Roblox for like everybody to see, and then, you know, they're surprised when like bad things happen, like they get doxxed and stuff. It's like, you know, that's not good. People shouldn't dox you, you know, that's obviously, you know, that's illegal. But you're not helping them by putting your name and address in your Roblox avatar or their school. You are not protecting yourself. So, like, you really can't be surprised when bad things happen. It's like leaving your front door unlocked and then wondering why you got robbed the next day, you know? You need to be like, you gotta have a little bit of sense. You need to learn that the internet is not sunshine and rainbows all the time, and there's bad people on there and bad things happen. It's so tough. Yeah, that's true too, and that leads back to Sora AI now too, because that stuff, like, you know, it's not good, but it's very, their model is very advanced. It's very advanced. And, you know, I will admit, even I have been fooled by, you know, some of the things that I have seen come out from them. And, you know, if somebody who, like, you know, I see, like, AI art stuff, quote-unquote art, I see that sort of thing, like, all the time. And, you know, I'm pretty good, I like to think, at, you know, sussing out certain things, you know, when I see it. But, like, it's like the simple things now, like the rabbits that were jumping on the trampoline. I totally believed that until I saw, you know, one of the rabbits just like disappear into thin air. I wanted to believe that was a real video, but no, and that makes me sad. mm. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was talking to, or what I was talking about too, is that, like, you know, in the early days of the internet, before it like fully took over, you had classes teaching you about, you know, like being safe on the internet, and you know, you don't give out your passwords to strangers. That's another thing too, is like back then there were a lot of like kids virtual spaces on there. You know, you had like Webkins and Club Penguin, Animal Jam. Well, Animal Jam is still around, so was Webkins, but you know, those things aren't really like advertised as much anymore. It was like every single place had their, like every toy company had their own little like virtual world that you could go in. McDonald's had one. I had the McDonald's virtual world thing. So, like, you know, those sorts of spaces, they don't really have that anymore. Now you have like Roblox, where like Roblox, it's their target demographic is kids, but it's not kids, you know? Like their target demographic is everybody, but we all know who's playing those games for the most part. It's kids, you know? And like, you know, that's the problem with like the like, you know, Club Penguin, Animal Jam, Webkins. Those websites, they were so heavily moderated and filtered. Like I remember having to like get like a Webkins membership to be able to like type my own words into the chat. And like even then, you know, there were so many words that you just like couldn't say. And like Roblox has a filter, but it's not a very good filter. And then, you know, like you get people, like the way that they like manipulate kids is they like get them to go off of the website. With virtual world, you couldn't do that. I don't think they allowed you to, you know, send like links or anything. So it's just a whole different world out there now. And I miss the days when like Webkins was the big thing. I probably wouldn't have lost my Webkins account if it still was. I'm still salty about that. I miss it. I had 114 Webkins on my account, and now I have no way to get back into it. Still not over that. Anyways. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's how they're like getting kids onto like other platforms, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't use Roblox. So like I'm not the biggest expert when it comes to that sort of thing. I only played Roblox once for that Dress to Impress stream. That is the one and only time that I've ever played Roblox. Oh yeah, I miss cool math too. Yeah. I remember thinking that I was so clever by sneaking on to the less restricted school Wi-Fi so I could read Yaoi at school. Those were the days. That's what I would do in like middle school. Cause at my school, there were two different Wi-Fi registrations. So like there was the free one that like, you know, it was free, so like you could log into it really easy, but it had like school restrictions, so you couldn't go on to like any other like any non-school approved websites. And then there was one that had like a password. But the one with the password, it did not have those restrictions. So I learned one day that the username and password for it was just like, you could just use, you know, your like school ID and password, and you could use the Wi-Fi, so I would log into it so that I could read yaoi in the morning. Or like during lunch. That was my reading the newspaper, you know, yeah, during my lunch break. Yeah, see, that's, yeah, downloading stuff. That's a good one. Yeah, you know, you gotta get on your hustle, okay? I scroll through my BL website in the morning just to see if there's any, if any of the books that I've been reading have updates. I've been reading a good one lately. Okay, I've been reading a good one. It's about like a guy who's like he's like really, he's been told all his life that he's like really boring and stuff. So he goes to get a tattoo and he meets a hot tattoo artist. Ooh. But then there's drama. Oh no. Because the tattoo artist, he wants to give the guy a tattoo, the same tattoo that he did for his ex. So there's drama. Oh. He's like, I'm not your ex. I don't want to see you ever again. I forget the name of it, so sorry. But it's good. So far, I like it. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, school restrictions. School restrictions. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. Yeah, see, exactly. That is problematic. That's hashtag problematic. Gotta cancel the artist on twitter.com. I can't believe they support tattooing. That's not good. So yeah, like, you know, I may have had unrestricted internet access when I was a kid, but I was at least smart enough not to talk to strangers online. I barely even it was like in YouTube comments, you know. I would very rarely sometimes comment like jokes or something. Jokes that I thought was funny, or like telling a little like story or whatnot. Even today, like I barely comment on things anymore, just because I don't like drama. I used to, when I was in high school, I would be like, I would like start fights like all the time in people's comment sections. I was going through some stuff back then. Yeah, I would start fights all the time, and now like once I got out of high school, I was like, making like stupid drama in internet comment sections is very corny. I don't want that to be my life anymore. So yeah, the only time I comment on stuff is again to make very hilarious jokes because I'm very funny, and just, you know, the few times I think I have any input to share, or if it's like, you know, if somebody's like, if somebody like asks a question that I know the answer to, I can be like, yeah, it's this thing, or, you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't really argue in comment sections anymore. Or if I had to, because one time I had to defend one of my Oshis. Okay, so that was very important. I had to step in because somebody commented like something about like, no, you can't say Korone's your waifu because she's a child. I'm like, every Hololive member is over 18. You have to be over 18 to join Hololive. What are you talking about? Korone, she could be a waifu, but unfortunately she is taken by a purple cat girl, so I guess you have a point. She can't be a waifu. Yeah, that's it. I have to defend my Oshi's honor. But yeah, other than that, I don't really argue in comments. And even then, after that, they like replied to me. I don't even remember what they said back, but it wasn't like yelling at me. So I kind of didn't really care. And then that was that. That was the end of the conversation. Oh, thank you for your support. Yeah. Oh. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Besides, there's nothing you can do about it now, Mother, because that point in my life is past. That's why I talk about it now. And besides, like, the bad stuff that I did is like not even the worst bad stuff that I could have been doing. I could have been doing drugs. But I didn't. The only drugs that I was addicted to was reading yaoi in the morning and at lunch. That's right. I'll do anything for my Oshis. So true. Very wise. But yeah, I never, exactly. I'm not affording drugs in like middle school, high school. Absolutely not. I was too busy saving up my money to get addicted to buying little figurines of anime characters. Oh, I don't think we really ever had that good cafeteria food. I would say probably the best food that I ate in the cafeteria was when we would have potato bowls. Because they would put like, you could get like little pieces of chicken and cheese and gravy, though I didn't get gravy on mine. I don't like gravy. But oh man, the potatoes were pretty dang good, especially with the cheese and the chicken. It's probably like the best days to get lunch. But I usually packed, so you know, I didn't eat the cafeteria food all that often. They did have the naked smoothies. When I say naked smoothies, there's a brand. There's a brand that's called Naked, so they had that. Yeah, cause like most of the days they were not serving food like the potato and the chicken. So you know, I would ask Mama V to make me a lunch. Plus, Mama V always makes the best lunches. It's true. She would make me like sandwiches, and she would usually put like sometimes she would put like a little note. Like I would have like little like applesauce containers, which actually thinking about it now, I kind of want applesauce again. Yeah, she would get me like applesauce, and sometimes she would write like little things on the lids of the applesauce. Yeah, good times. That's another thing that another reason why I've been kind of sad lately is, you know, I've been thinking bad stuff. I've been thinking bad stuff that I shouldn't be, you know, thinking about, like when my parents are gone, you know, and how sad I'm gonna be about that. See, I'm like tearing up just thinking about it. Like, you know, even just yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna miss, you know, I'm gonna miss being able to be with my parents. And I'm gonna be really sad to, you know, not be able to talk to them. And like, I know that's probably gonna be like many years away. I hope so. I know that won't be happening for a while, but you know, I can't help it. I thought about my cat dying long before he actually did. I guess it's kind of just like my brain sorry. I guess it's sort of like my brain is preparing me to, you know, for the inevitable. I should put my Invisalign back in. Click, click. Oh, that's sad. Ow! Sorry, my Invisalign like pinched the inside of my cheek a little bit. I'm fine. But yeah, that's another thing that's kind of been making me sad lately. Yeah, exactly. That's what, you know, that's what I've really been trying to do lately is just, you know, enjoy and cherish all the time that I have with them. I'm fine, don't worry. I'm tearing up a little bit, but it's fine. I'm okay. It's embarrassing, even though you can't see me crying. Like, you know, it's embarrassing to be like crying on the internet. Haha, you love your family. Ha. Cornball, anyone? Ugh. Yeah, no, but the day that does happen is probably gonna be even worse, I think. Ugh. Blah. Okay, I'm fine. No more tears. No more tears. Whoa! Alright. Back to happy things. I don't know. Has anybody seen that Has anybody seen that what's that new anime called? Gasha Dokuro or whatever it's called? I've been wanting to watch it, but I still haven't watched season 3 of Uma Musume yet. I'm getting to it. I've seen the movie now. I just haven't I haven't gotten around to the 3rd season. Oh, sorry, God, what was that? Blah! Sorry, sometimes when I put my Invisaligns back in, it feels like really gross, and I don't know, my teeth just are like, oh, what's going on? It's fine. It's not a big deal. You know what? Honestly, I don't know. I've just seen it. I've seen like advertisements for it on like Crunchyroll. And I thought the art style was cool. One of my friends, I think they said that they started watching it and they like it. So either they started watching it and they like it, or they're wanting to start it because they like it. I don't know, something like that. But I've seen some like I've seen some like clips of it online, and it looks pretty good. Ugh. Oh god, sorry, my nose is running, it's gross. Ugh. Quit your sniffling. I don't know, maybe. This is the last time. Oh yeah, I don't think I told you guys. I went to a fondue place a little like a week ago. It was really nice. We went and so the place that we go to, they serve you like a 3-course meal, and it was a special little double anniversary date, because it was my parents' anniversary and it was one of our friends' anniversary. It wasn't like their anniversaries aren't on the same day, but it's like, you know, same month, so they were like, yeah, let's all go together, because it was also the venue, the restaurant's anniversary, so they had like a specialty menu. So yeah, so we all went together. We had a really good time. So the way that they do the restaurant is so they'll give you like it's a 3-course meal, first they give you like the appetizer sort of thing, which is a cheese fondue. So they'll give you like they give you like bread and apples, which the apples taste really good in the cheese. And they give you like carrots and broccoli and celery, or not celery, cauliflower. That's what it was. Why did I say celery? I'm so dumb. Yeah, they give you broccoli and cauliflower, and you can like you dip it into. They have like all these different kinds of cheeses that you can pick from, or they have like not in the way you're thinking. They have like specific like sets of cheese that like go together that you pick from. I forget the kind that we went with, but it was really good. I really like I said, I really like the apple ones. Yeah, they give. I think they're Granny Smith. They're green apples. And Granny Smith is the only green apple I know of, so I'm assuming that it's Granny Smith, but it tasted really good with the cheese. Yeah, it's not a combination that you would think of at first, but once you try it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then the second course they do is you pick out a broth sort of thing, and so they bring you broth and meat, and so you skewer the meat and you let it cook in the broth for like a couple minutes. And then you have like different sauces. So I got a dish that was like all steak. It was very good. I got to cook my steak nice and bloody, just the way I like it. And I didn't realize it because it's two parties. We got like two different pots. Two different broths. I didn't realize that they were two different ones, and I just put all of mine in the same one, so I didn't get to taste the other one. I was like, oh wow, it's okay, cause we've been to the restaurant before, and they got one that we usually get, so it's no big deal. Sorry, I hit my mic, but yeah, it was very good. And then the dessert course, my personal favorite one, they give you like you can choose different like chocolate fondues. My personal favorite one is they do like a yin and yang one, so it's like dark chocolate on one side and then white chocolate on the other. It's really cool looking. And then they give you like a dish that has it's got like marshmallows and like strawberries and bananas and like different. They got like a pound cake, a brownies. And it's really good, but we got the time that we went, we got a like a flambe one, which is really cool. The guy he had like the flambe sauce, and he like poured it down like a spoon into the pot. It was really cool. It was the first time I've ever had like a flambe thing, and it was delicious. And the thing that I really like about that restaurant is like the servers there, they're always so nice and like chatty. They have so much personality. I like it. 'Cause, normally servers are just like, hey, what can I get you? Awesome, great, here you go. It's like that. Because usually servers are like way too busy to like hang out and like have a full like conversation with you. Which is fine, no hate to servers. You guys are doing the Lord's work, okay? With the amount of Karens you guys have to put up with, I salute you. But like, yeah, because they're like a much smaller and a much like classier restaurant. Their servers, they like really take the time to like come and hang out and talk with you a bit. It's really nice. I also got, which I rarely ever do, I got myself an alcoholic drink. Ooh, which I had to ask them to remake it. So I got like a rose flavored drink, or at least it was supposed to be like rose and like strawberry. But when I got it, it tasted really like sour. Oh, but that's different, you know. Talking to you while you eat. They usually don't do that. They usually the people there, they talk to you like while they're preparing the pots. You know, it's like that sort of thing. Sorry, hiccup. Anyways, so yeah, I got the drink, and when I tasted it, it tasted really sour. And you know, my parents are like, you know, they're not like, you know, like pressuring me to drink or anything. You know, they respect that I regularly choose not to get drinks. But they were like, you know, if you get a drink and you're like, I don't like it, that's okay. Someone here will finish it for you. I'm like, all right, that gives me a lot of confidence. So I ordered the drink, and it tasted really sour. And so then, because like I was sitting next to Mama B, so she was like, "Oh, let me try it. I want to try this." And so she tasted it, and was like, "This tastes awful." So the Papa B was like, "Wait, let me try it. Let me see it." Because like, you know, obviously I don't drink that much, so like I don't know what drinks are supposed to taste like. And so Papa B tries it, and he's like, "Yeah, this tastes not very good." So then, and then one of our friends was like, let me have it. Let me try it a little bit." And she was like, "Yeah, no, this doesn't taste very good." And then her partner was like, "I mean, I'm the last one here. Do you mind if I drink it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." Aw, that's nice. At least he's got one drinking buddy, you know. Reverse three bears, yeah, kinda. So then when the server came back, he was like, "How's the drink?" And like everybody was like, "It's not good." And he's like, "What? Okay, let me see what we can do with that." So he came back. And so what they did was they put like I think they said they put like Sprite in the drink to make it taste sweeter, and it tasted much better. There was a little bit of tartness, but it tasted a lot better. And they had strawberries in it, so it tasted a lot. You could really taste the strawberry with that one. So all's well that ends well. Did it taste as bad as the brainwash? No. I don't think there ever will be a drink, unless I drink like straight up pee or something. I don't think there will ever be a drink that tastes as bad. Which, God forbid I ever have to do that. I don't think there's ever gonna be a drink that tastes as bad as that one. The brainwash soda, it just tastes so bad. Yeah, overall, very, very nice night. Except when we left, it was raining really hard. So, and I had a very full and ouchy tummy ache. So I was, Mama B was like booking it, and I was like, "Hold on, wait for me. Let me get my stomach together." Yeah, that's true. I'm not a bear. I'm a bee. I would eat my own vomit before then. My vomit tastes delicious. It's sure you want to try? Maybe that'll be like the first like brand collab that I do. I'll have to like find a famous like honey source company. Be like, "Hey, put me on one of them." Put me on one of them labels. Say it's from me. I did that. Gamer girl bee vomit. That's how you'll advertise it. I like to think of myself as a bit of a gamer, you know. Maybe a little bit. See, there we go. Already got one seller. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, man, I opened up these graham crackers. I don't know. How are you supposed to store graham crackers? Cause like I don't want them to get hard overnight. Sorry, I just realized that. I just like, crap. What do I do with these? I don't know. I'll figure something out. Just put a piece of tape on it. Hello, welcome. There we go. I'll figure something out. Yeah. Gosh, sorry, my nose is still like a little bit runny. Gross. Get back in there. Yeah, I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I have to share for today? I don't think so. I'm sorry to end the stream like as soon as somebody arrives. I always hate when that happens. Curse my poor timing. But yeah, I think my battery is starting to get low, so I think I should probably end things here. But yeah, this was very nice. Both the movie and the little Zatsudan. I think this is the longest the Zatsudan has been since like after my after a watch along. What am I gonna be for Halloween? I'm probably just gonna reuse my Saki Sanabashi cosplay. It's nice and spooky. I love it. Yeah, I'm being Harurara for the Halloween event that I have to be at, and then I'll do Saki Sanabashi for actual Halloween. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I think that'll be it from me. So, until next time, I plan to stream some more Hylux tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Friday. Then, yeah, I'll see you all next time. Have a beautiful day.